Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors, a Slick Knives rendition. This is the Slick Knives Hunter 5. Now, SLICKNIVES. There's not two K's in Slick Knives, or in this Slick Knives, 1K. I will put a link to their website in the description. I will also put, this came to me by way of Gabe, The Last Huntsman Outdoors. Great dude, great channel. Check his channel out. Check out his thoughts on this knife. Now listen, Gabe has a discount code. It's Last Huntsman 10. I'm going to put it in the description as well. Here's the thing, man, and this is really big, okay? If you're going to go check this knife out, please use Gabe's discount code. It's a way to keep track of things, and here's the thing. You should definitely check out this knife. Let's get into it. Let's talk all about it. I've told y'all before, I am not the QVC. I get excited about knives because the goal of my channel is this. I'm not a knife designer. I don't pretend to be one. Don't play one on YouTube either. I am a knife user. That's the way we're coming at this. So when I do a knife demonstration, I am not looking at faults or anything like that. My goal on this channel is to see how easy it is to use the blade, right? Simple enough, correct? Here's what I love about this knife. 3 things. 1, it came razor sharp. Now, I don't know how much Gabe honed up the edge, okay? I know he spoke highly of the sharpness. This thing got to me sharp as shit. Sharpness, that matters. The handle scales are micarta, very comfortable in hand. Now, this was produced in Spain, and you can see that from the get-go. Spanish-made knives are different. For what you get, they're extra, okay? Here's what I mean. They look like knives. They're sharp. They use quality materials. It comes with a gorgeous black leather sheath. Y'all know fit and finish I don't give a shit about. I'm function. But when it comes to these Spanish-made knives, they're just kind of a different level. I'm telling you. The sheath is beautiful, and I showed you there in the beginning. It comes with a dangler, but they do something that I adore. They make it where it's easy to take that dangler off. I'm built like the world's tallest dwarf. I just am. I have T-Rex arms. For me, I'm not a dangler guy. I like mine riding up high on my waist. They make it easy for me to do that. So we've got sharpness. We've got great fit and finish. The handle is amazing, and I'm going to give you the details in a minute. It comes with a 90-degree spine. It comes with a classic blade design. This is a classic camp knife. This is a knife that I am very comfortable not only using, but recommending. Why? A lot of times, guys, and in my experience, which at this point is with thousands of different knives now, it really is there are times, man, designers and knife companies just try to do extra, and you wind up having to figure out the nuance of the knife. Not with this knife. This shape, you know, I'm just sitting here looking at it. It looks almost, it's close to like, it's between a drop and a spear point right in there. It almost has a hump like a Nesmic. I think it's a classic camp design. I really do. But this is a comfortable knife. It's a comfortable knife because it's easy to use. I can use a pinch grip. I can use an old man grip. I can use a reverse grip. I can use a fencing grip, a hammer grip. Everything is comfortable. Any way I turn this knife, it's comfortable in hand. The micarta matches the steel. It's full tang. What do I mean by that? There's no steel sticking up. There's no rough edges. Everything contours to my hand. I am high on this knife. I'm telling you that right now. It has some jimping right above the handle scales on the spine. Looks aggressive. Feels good. I won't say it feels aggressive. I've got beat up dead hands. So for me, that's something that I can feel. I can apply pressure. I like it. Comes with a 90-degree spine. We have a lanyard hole. All right. It does have a sharpening choil. The steel is 14C28N. Let's jump into the stats. It's right under 3/16. Now, I don't look up anything about the knife before I do the review, so I'm sure it's in millimeters, but this is just under 3/16. The knife weighs 7.7 ounces. The overall length is 9 3/4 inches. The blade length is 5 inches. The cutting edge is 4 3/4, so there's plenty of cutting edge there. The blade width at its widest point is 1 5/16 inches, so it's pretty slicey. The handle scales, when I measure the handle, I measure it 3 ways. The handle scales themselves, 4 3/4 inches. The inner grip, where in a standard grip, your knuckles line up, which to me is one of the most important measurements on here. That's 4 1/4. The handle thickness at the palm swell is 3/4. So it contours to my hand very, very good. This is a knife. Here's what I was going to do. I was actually going to work on the review today at work, and break, lunch, after work a little bit, come home, work on it some, and I got engrossed in using the knife. I used my breaks. I stayed about 45 minutes over after work, come home and finish the review. This is a knife you could use and use and use and use and use. It's a classic look. It's a classic design. Now listen, every time I do a review now, somebody, just a couple guys will be like, well, that looks like this and that looks like that. Yes. Yes. Every blade design that will ever be made has been made. Some guys want to argue that. There's no arguing that. So if every blade shape's already been made, what can we do? We can work on the heat treat. We can work on the edge geometry. We can work on the handle scales, the comfort. We can work on contouring. We can work on fit and finish. We can work on weight. We can work on balance. There's a lot we can do, right? There's too many guys ready to just kind of write everything off. Well, everything's done. No. There are certain companies and certain people who aspire for perfection. I love the balance point of this knife. The quality on it is above and beyond for me. Okay. I have zero idea what they cost. I have a good idea what it should cost. I'll keep that to myself because I do deal with a lot of Spanish knives, but I have no idea what it costs, right? I can tell you this, it has a very clean look. Here's why I call it a comfortable knife. Now, sharpness, handle, 90-degree spine. So the 3 things that I was going to tell you is it comes very, very sharp. The handle scales are perfect. The edge retention is phenomenal. When I cut paper at the very end, I want you to pay attention. The edge retention on this thing is sick. As we go through these reviews, if you're new here, I always say this. If you're really interested in this knife, listen to me ramble and all that one time. Then go back through the video, turn the volume off, and just focus on the knife working. I do these videos a certain way so that you can see what I'm doing. I have absolutely no idea what I was doing with the water hose there. That is straight, honest to God, sincere. I was playing with some different things, using the knife in different ways. So if I sat here and tried to come up with some kind of excuse, I'd be lying to you. I just wanted to see how the knife felt, manipulating it in different ways. And honestly, I wrestled with putting this in. But the truth of the matter is, I wanted you to see some different grips, some various things like that. Here, we're just making some curly cues. This is a knife, guys. And when I say this, I'm dead ass serious. And before I send it on wherever it's going, I will take a day. I will get it ready, or before I get it ready, and I will just whittle for an hour or two. It's that kind of knife. It's a knife you sit in the front yard and mess around with wood, processed wood. I think that it would be great for skinning. I think it would be good for caping. I think it would be good for processing game. I think it would be good for fire building. In fact, we've shown that. I think it would be good for shelter building. A comfortable knife to me, when I say it's a comfortable knife, it's not just carry. It's not just walking around with. I am comfortable using it. I would be comfortable cooking with it. I would be comfortable defending myself with it. I would be comfortable using it in the woods. I would be comfortable if it was the only knife I had. I am very, very high on this knife. Would I carry it? Yeah, hands down, no doubt. Again, there will be link in the description to the website. There will be Gabe's discount code. And Gabe, thank you for sending this on, man. You're an awesome dude. I appreciate you. He has a great channel. And he's a vet, which leads me to this, guys. There was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, that's astounding in this country, isn't it? That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Before I'm dead, I'd love for that number to hit 0. And all that means is this, guys. Vets, we love you. Man, you have a place here. Guys, I back the blue, and that can be controversial. Don't let it be, because I'm not going to, I'm never going to say anything to you to offend you about it. It's something I believe in personally. My kid's a cop. Before he was, I still did. And before anybody says, back the blue till it happens to you, son, take a good look at old Scabber. It's happened to me more than it'll happen to most. I have my reasons. Finally, if you're an addict, God knows I am. God knows I am. Listen to me right here. Never quit quitting. Now, y'all watch this right here. Look at that. That's insane, son. And you can still see the dirt and stuff still on the knife. And again, I'll clean it up before I go, but I didn't want to before I made them cuts. Guys, this is one you want to check out. Slick Knives. Appreciate y'all letting me check this thing out. Gabe, love you, brother. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son.